Hello, welcome to Tormented Souls. Okay, actually I'm gonna change my glasses girl. I don't know why, just feel like it, okay? I should wear these ones more. Hello, welcome to Tormented Souls. This game looks a lot like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, and I thought it looked cool. So, you know, we're gonna check it out, okay. Published by PQ. Because obviously they've ruined the more recent Resident Evil. Apart from the remakes. The remakes have gone back to the puzzles and things. But yeah, this is very interesting. Opening a little mirror on a makeup box. And is that how you use an eye pencil? That looks very dangerous, the way you're using that. But she's already got a makeup on.
A letter for me? I never receive letters.
Caroline Walker, 528 Main Street. From John Doe, Wilburger Hospital, Winter Lake, Blackwood Island, Canada. Caroline Walker. Is that the same address that we were just on? 778. Okay. So we can rotate it. Obviously, we want to open it. Hello? Open. There we go. And then, oh god, that's a creepy picture, isn't it? Okay, so we've apparently got a twin, maybe, or a sister, almost on fire, a bit overexposed. Damaged photograph of two girls who appear to be twins. Aha. Well, I mean, that's clearly us. And then that's someone else. You think you can just abandon us here? There's also some... You can simply abandon us here. Where's the do? The do was not there. But there was an outline of a body maybe in that background, do you think, on the back?
Since then, I haven't been fine. I can't get out of my head the image of those little girls. I can't sleep. And when I am able to fall asleep, it's only to dream horrible nightmares. I need to know what's going on.
This is a giant house.
What's the meaning of all of this? I'm going to the
That's the
Wilburger
hospital
in hopes of finding some answers about this strange photo. I need to know what's going on.
Already past the gate, but the gate makes noises. Okay, we came on a little Vespa. To the hospital. This looks very much like Resident Evil 2. It's like, you know, the area. It was like laid out the same as the police station. Ouch. Someone just cracks us over the back of the head. This is fine. Definitely not dead. I mean, this is what happens when you literally break and enter, I guess. Because she didn't knock on the door, she just sort of snuck in. Private restaurant. Why did he take us to a toilet? Oh dear. Also, I wasn't expecting lips and tits. Okay, come on. We don't need to see this. What was this really necessary? Really? Come on. There was no mention that this was sexual content. Is this gonna be not suitable for Twitch? Okay, get on with it. We don't need to see tits pointlessly. Like, was this remotely necessary, game? Was this remotely necessary? Yes, I'm sure you're cold. You're just very clearly very cold. Come on. Okay, and then we go close. And that was not necessary. Please. I was like connected to the distress rates. Why were you also naked in a bath of weird goop? Gamer girl bath water. Please wash your hands. That is a save point up there. Respiration and oscilloscopes. What did they do to me? Don't think you want to know. They took your eye, apparently. But like, was that really necessary, game? I mean, it looks very healed considering. You know, it's not like it's in a lot of problems. We put the covering back over the eye. Oh, it automatically did it. It just like mentioned anywhere in the scene. Oh god, what have they done to me? You could have done such horrible things to me. Well, it looked like they did more than just take your eye. Unless you were clones. Something's going to jump scare out of one of these things, aren't they? A birth certificate. I wouldn't be able to believe anymore. All this time, I'd refused to let hope grow inside my chest. Now that Maria is pregnant again, I'm going to believe again for Maria. These little thoughts from. Today is the happiest day of my life. After all the suffering we endured in the past 3 years, Maria, my beloved wife, has blessed me with 2 beautiful angels. More, after all this time, she's returned to me. She looked at me with her eyes wide, as if she had not seen me in years, like she's waking up from a dream. That's not all. Something odd happened when I checked my watch for the first. The time at which my first baby Emma was born. As I opened the lids, the glass cracked and the hands utterly stopped. I did not think the vent had some meaning, but I'm not a superstitious man. But Maria insists. The design, she started using the hour as a lucky number and used it for everything. Then the 2 birth certificates. Hello, why can't... It's got interact. Finger. Am I misunderstanding something? It's like, look. Is this something? 03? Nope. But we can't necessarily do anything with it. Also, there's a symbol. If we interact with that from the other side, it also doesn't. Okay, I'm going to assume there's nothing else to that. Also, they promised not fixed cameras, but I can't rotate the camera. Yep, can't rotate the camera with the mouse either. I suppose we're like the not fixed cameras of the usual things. It's just sort of moving around, but it's still a fixed camera behind you. Caroline is fine, the heart's beating. Got items, resources, we've got some... Ah, so if we want to see the diary ever again, we don't have to actually... That's good. Flush toilet after using. That is the most cursed toilet I have ever seen. It's very wide. It looks disgusting as well. It's missing the seat entirely. Again, why is there a bath in this restroom? Wash your hands, use the hand dryer and all that. Really, do not let the shadows embrace you. And also, why is it making typewriter noises when we read that? We're meant to find something. Get out. And I guess I need to... Oh. Aha, I see. Well, this is different. If you want to actually interact with things, you have to actually click on that. This may not be as controller useful as you think. There's a latch on the crown. It's maybe the lucky time. Okay, so 3 minutes past 7, except it's not exactly what it is. Maybe it's 35 minutes past 12. Fingers. An old photograph of 2 young twins. Yes. Clearly us. You don't want to make reference to the time because, you know, I'm sure that was the lucky reference. You started using it for everything. Except I'm stupid. Because I'm thinking laterally, dimensionally, like that. But no, it clearly wants it in just like the slot that's in front, right? 12:35, right? Okay. Combination padlock. Are we gonna lock something out at some point? A wrench. Where's your wrench? The jaw size is adjustable. It's a spanner. It's an adjustable spanner. Okay, the fact that you also have to adjust it maybe before you can use it. Then nothing else in there. Nothing else to do here. Okay. That's clever. At least. It's like, you know, there's seemingly things there, but at least you won't have to necessarily do it. Ah. I mean, we had it set clearly far too wide to use on the door handle. Escape. It's nice that they left a diary that told us exactly how to get out. Just conveniently said exactly what numbers to put into that code. I have a bad feeling there's going to be more stupid adult stuff. The darkness! We won't let it embrace us. I see the darkness. It believes in a thing called love. Ooh. Guitar. What's your hand save lives? Is this a post-COVID society? That's a creepy doll. I'm looking for anything to nick. An old gas lighter. Apparently doesn't have any petrol, or we can't at least interact with it in any meaningful way. Because the darkness back here. We clearly want to use this so we can get through the darkness without being embraced by it, right? It would have murdered us, I guess, if we'd have gone through here without the light. Nothing else to steal. It's 100% going to run out of petrol at some point. That's a door. Oh shit. I'm going to go through that door. It's probably locked. And we'll be like, it's locked. You can't go through it. No, okay. That's the trouble with some of these games. It's like, you want to explore, but also you know which way is going to be progress and which way it's not. Delivery room. People in the picture are wearing masks. The whole image is unsettling. It's the dev team. That one fell off the wall. Clip of nails. Confused with a nailer. You mean a nail gun? Oh, I just hardly knew a nailer. Reports about the Tismit tribe. According to the latest archaeological discoveries in Winslake Island, the Tismit tribe resided on the island for more than 500 years before being discovered by Europeans. Proof of this, an ancient underground cemetery found deep in the cavern on the island shore dating the 10th century. More than 286 skeletons belonging to 10-year-old children have been unearthed so far. All the bones are buried in pairs. Experts suspect that these were twins buried. That's number 2. We've got a 3 and a 2. It's got to mean something. It's out of order. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of clues to the different things. It's to be locked electronically. I mean, I saw the giant lock on it. I didn't think it was an electronic lock. I was like, I know that's locked. We left behind... Why did we leave behind the monkey wrench? The adjustable spanner. I'm doing drunk. I can't see anything on the other side. Because, like, that would be very handy to turn that. Oh no, but you need the octagonal crank, clearly. That's a very creepy baby doll. We care! This is probably going to take us back out into the room that we were literally in before, right? How to think three-dimensionally in some of these games. They don't quite line up as you would necessarily think. Wise? The left side of a plastic heart. And... it's got the artery, but it's also actually a heart shape. And not a biological heart shape, like a love heart. That's not right. Medical books, nothing useful. Detailed mannequin of the human torso. A heart. I would imagine. There's no room for a heart. That's... I mean, maybe. Maybe. I guess we need to combine it before we can use it and make it a whole heart. A 7-inch tape that can be used to record information like saving. It's this. Yes. Our files, nothing interesting. So we limited saves. It's not plugged in. It's going to be old Resident Evil stuff. It might not be for saving, it might just tell us some lore or something. But we have to actually click and put it on. No, it is saving. Okay. I pressed on the play and it's like, you must save.
An old magnetophone. It looks like it works. Recording my progress might be useful if anything happens to me.
It might be, but also
My
we're going to
name
be
is Caroline Walker.
record
I came to Wildberger
limited
Mansion seeking information about
in
two
saves, I
girls in a
guess.
photograph I received in the mail a couple of weeks ago. The last thing I remember before losing consciousness was arriving at the hospital and entering the mansion's main hall. I remember pain and then nothing. I woke up sometime later connected to a ventilation machine, and my eye had been removed.
It's interesting that the save
Why?
tells you lore.
Why would someone do such a thing? I don't know what the hell is going on in this place, but I need answers. Every time I close my eyes, I see those girls. Am I going
Probably.
insane?
Progress saves. And we have used it up. We definitely used up the save reel. Okay, so that's the problem that we're going to have to mitigate. Covered in blood. Good read, so don't dare lift the sheet. You know, you want to resource manage your saves. Morphine treats minor injuries. That's a very, very old injection and thing. I don't think I'd necessarily want to use such an old drug and injection. Like, you'd have to be pretty desperate. You know, she's not in pain from her eye or anything. Okay, we can't run around. I held the run button, it didn't do anything. Okay, we're getting stuck on the scenery bit. You know, it's like, oh yeah, like, get rid of the fixed cameras of old things. No, it's actually just still fixed cameras. Like, I could not move the camera around. Absolutely. Breastfeeding. For your best health. It's a green herb. Stairs. Okay, well, we're going to go in the most obvious next door. It's locked. Appears to be open electronically. Okay, well, then we're going down the stairs. I was terrified of what William would do when he finally saw my naked skin. But you're not meant to be shown that on Twitch. When my fears were unfounded, he accepted me, even with his scars on my back left by my father's whip. William explained what he did, of course. I explained that the pain was to redeem my sins. William will never look at my father in the same way again. Is that your skin? Exhibit A. Okay, well, we can't take that. Maria Wilderberger's diary. A map! Okay, map of this area. That's good. But how do I... You're telling me I have to come here to look at the map every time. I can't just take it with me. X-ray. The X-ray. There's some buttons. But I can't bring up a map. That is wrong. Normally in these games you have a map. Oh, a portable map, of course. Now we have a map. Because the map on the wall wasn't portable. Stairs. I can't... I guess it's only of this floor. Well, the red rooms will be ones that we haven't been in. That's the green ones we have been in. Files. Okay, we have to look in files to look at the map. Okay. There's no easy button. I pressed every button. That's like, something will work. The planet is made of naked people. Aliens! Egyptians and bees! And to won't blood. There are symbols above the keyhole, yes, but you won't let me interact with them. Guess we need to find the specific keys to unlock that. Judith beheading holophone. That's very graphic. Painted by Caravaggio, 1602. Theory in general, Holophon's in his tent after charming him. Yes. He looks very concerned about it, but the other lady's like, do it. The recreation of Caravaggio's work is outstanding. Almost looks like the original. It probably is the original. But from the other sides. This is very graphic and mature. Far more graphic and mature than I thought it would be for Twitch. Might get like one of those that's like, you're not allowed to stream it on Twitch. For nails, suitable for a nail gun. Hex end socket missing a handle. We have to assemble a hex key. Patient reports. Dr. William Wilderberg, since the patient's health is extremely delicate, transfer worsen their condition. I would advise against transferring them to new hospital. The patient requires cardiac. The patient has cardiac immediate transplants, and then they died. It doesn't tell you the time of the initial report. Time of their death, they were holding on to a metal object with rapid onset of rigor mortis. You've been unable to remove it from their hand. Well. Guess we're gonna come across someone holding on to crowbar, maybe? Something metal. Is it gonna be Gordon Freeman with a crowbar in his hands? That's our first enemy. I don't think we want to follow the enemy somehow. It's been mutilated. What the hell is going on here? By that demon creature that just ran away. I mean, there was clearly a door there, like, do not run. Will that attract the beasts? Nice gas mask on the statue. The generator is this way. Noise. Please be quiet. That's why it doesn't want you to run. I guess the noise attracts the enemies. Even if I walk very, very slowly, though, we still make tap, 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 tap noise. Are we meant to be coming this way or down there? Generator is this way. Oh, well, we're in the cutscene now. It screws it up now. Here he comes. Oh, come on. I can't run. I should have come and checked out down here first. It's locked from the other side. Well, that's the problem. Because there's nothing that I can do. Hi, you're in my way and I can't run because this thing won't let me run. Because the run button apparently doesn't run. We have no weapon. X-ray room. They've straight up ripped that sounds from Silent Hill. Did you hear that? It's the enemies in the room music. It's a very metal priest. He's got a leather jacket. Why are his robes made of leather? What the hell is going on here?
What the hell is going on here?
My child, you are pale. What happened to you?
A person in a wheelchair with knives in his hands
Edward
was chasing me.
Scissorhands.
Oh,
And I wasn't allowed to run.
Don't you remember me? I'm the town priest. We met here in the chapel only a couple of days ago.
Nope, I don't have a
What?
clue who you are.
I'm sorry. I don't remember you. I certainly don't remember coming here before.
This is a very creepy
Perhaps I'm mistaken.
body
I'm
that you're
old
messing
and
with.
Get confused every now and again.
What is going on here, Father? Where is everybody?
The patients and the hospital personnel have been transferred to the new hospital in town. This old mansion has been left pretty much abandoned.
Then why are you in here? With
Why
radiation!
are all the
Oh, it's
lights
X-ray
off?
radiation.
I don't like this.
Anything could be lurking in the dark. It didn't say the light.
I feel the same. Something evil is happening here. Something wicked that hides in the shadows.
Is there a way to turn on the lights?
The old generator has been playing up. It happens sometimes. Go to the end of the hall and through the door that leads to the generator room. You can restore the power from there.
The safety was locked.
I see. I'll do that.
Wait. Take this with you. It's
Is it
not
the key?
much, but it might be useful. It's dangerous
it a
to
weapon?
walk around the mansion unarmed.
Thank you,
Dangerous to
Father,
go alone.
but what are you going to do without a weapon?
My child, with a Bible in my hand, God protects me.
It's a nail gun. Okay, I was going to say, what on earth is this? This is the most papaga nail gun I have ever seen. Gas powered, in front of where the nails come out. Very dangerous. That's a very poorly designed nail gun, I must admit. Modified with an air pressure tank to increase the power. I mean, surely you could have put it on the back where it might not get impaled by the nails coming out of it. Resources! Okay. Still can't run. Still cannot run. Not plugged in. How to aim. Right. It's in PC though. Oh no. Like there. PC controls are the. I guess B means reload. Okay. Then left trigger to aim. Left trigger and right trigger to shoot. And then left trigger and X to dodge back. Well, there's a big delay between when you can dodge back. You're still not letting me run. X is meant to be run. You're not letting me. Like, am I gonna die for going down that hole? Also, what's my condition? Caution. Because stupid issues.
I came here looking for information about the two.
I see.
Anything, really. I
don't know what you're looking for. There was an incident some decade.
That sounds.
They both died.
Indeed, if you want more details,
That we
you
are
could
one
try
of
the
them.
mansion lot. I'm sure you.
Thank you, Father. I came here looking for anything.
There was.
That.
You're just gonna repeat the same thing.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Padre. Not plugged in. Because there's no power anyway. A well-worn crowbar. Gordon Freeman's. With a nice little bit of hockey tape on the handle. It's actually just duct tape, I guess. But still. Okay, so that's our melee weapon. Which means you want to use that primarily. In order to not use up all of our ammo. Okay. From there, nothing else in here. Into the darkness. Yep. Darkness will kill you. Don't let the shadows embrace you. Would that just be game over? You walked too close to the darkness. 1st January 1967. William promised me that moving into the mansion where the city hospital is located would be best for us. They would allow us to spend more time together. These days, however, I find him spending every waking hour at work. Fall asleep when in front of me. Passion for medicine is what made me fall in love with him in the first place. Today is one of the happiest days of my life. William came running into the room, searching for something. His eyes travelled around the room, giving no more than a few seconds of attention. But then he looked at me again. And his eyes open, his heart on his wide. His eyes open wide. William came to me and put his hands on my forehead. He pressed his fingers into my wrist. To me for a second, unbelieving, his voice faltered when "We're gonna have a baby." William took the rest of the day off. He acted like a child, laughing and speaking of the future, holding my hand the whole time. That night, we heard a noise coming from underground. It sounded like metal being struck over and over. I couldn't fall asleep until the morning. It was my upstairs neighbour. Oh, that's why we've got these tabs. They're just pages to the same diary. Even though we picked up the entire book already, apparently. No, it's missing a lot of pages. That's why. Radioactive suits are all lined up on the wall. Bucketheads, may you never win the election. Lord Bucketheads. I think you were forced to change your name because of copyright issues. Okay, so a crowbar, not only a weapon, it's also a tool. Okay, thankfully I didn't have to click on each one individually. But now they're going to get in and kill the priest, right? Because we just undid his barricades. Even though the enemy was in the other direction. Nails. Okay, there's a dark light. Do you want a dark night? Again, I'd love an easier way to bring up the map. I cannot tell where we are right now. So we went into the dentist room, so we are off the map. We are off the map. Even though it's the same floor, the area is not for the general public, I guess. Gaz natural. We're gonna make something explode. Okay, we've turned the gas off. I'm sure that's what we're meant to do. Yes, because we are holding a big lighter. You don't want to you kind of set fire to the place and explode the place. To the basement. Okay, we're in the basement. And then the portable map, of course, because you needed the actual portable version of the map. Why not just let us take the one that you clearly put them next to each other? 10 kilos of centimeter. I mean, we need to get it to 10. Small valve, it appears to have fallen off the gas. Okay. That's why it couldn't go up to 10. So we need to turn it up to 10. Not off entirely. Then I guess the door... Oh, the door just opens. Interesting. Right, I want to look on the map. And... So we're in the X-ray room. That'll lead round to here. I wonder what the point in that is. Oh. Oops, this is just where we came out of. That's why I went on to a different area. Okay, in which case we have to 100%. This. Okay. Now it's a matter of maths. 1/2. A little bit. A lot. Clearly we need to use this one. Not quite 10. Too much. 10. There's an issue with the electric generator. The pressure of the gas must be exact for it to know the correct pressure is written on the control panel. It's exactly 10. Was that a door? We've unlocked it! Even though we haven't actually ignited the generator yet. Really? That looks precisely 10 to me. Okay, let's go to 11, because apparently it was going backwards one. and, you know, maybe it's a false readout. Yeah, it just goes backwards and holds the 10. Okay, sure. Electricity! Well, now the computers back in the priest area will work, right? What is... Hello. That's my upstairs neighbour slamming into the ceiling at the most opportune moments. Nothing important. Like... Okay, well now that we've got electricity, I guess we don't need to use the light all the time. We still can't run. We still cannot run. Okay, run just doesn't work. That's dumb. You haven't learned to run yet. I've activated the electricity padre. Except it doesn't work back here. Fine, I'm gonna go check out the computers. I don't care, but this tiny bit of corridor here, no, you're not allowed lights to function here. The electricity still turns off. Not plugged in. We'll plug it in then. The electricity is functioning now. But not in the priest room. Okay, fine. But we needed the electricity to be able to fight the monster. That's silly. I guess we need to loop back round and come back to here. And then... then maybe you'll be allowed. So we know how to fight, we know how to dodge. But we're not allowed to run. Why would you ever need to run? No button works for running. Okay. Hello. Oh, come on. And we're dead. What was that baby noise she made there when she died? Exit to menu. No loads? Really? Just, you have to go all the way back to the menu. Continue. Like, yeah, definitely took me back. I knew it was. That's fine. Now we don't have to do the nonsense of the morphine in there that we didn't grab. Is there anything else in here that I grabbed before that we didn't grab? Old files. Nothing interesting, but it's the thing that you can some reason interact with. Yeah, we don't lose a lot of the dumb damage that we had. Why can't I run? Is egg? Run don't work. Run doesn't run. Run just casual saunter. This is as fast as we move. No matter what I do. That's the problem. Like... There are keyboards control for run. Controller. Lantern on and off. Modern control. That's just move. Tank controls. That's not modern controls. That's... Oh god, that is disgusting. Weird controls. No, there's no run. There is literally no run. That's locked, right? Yes, that needs things. Give me... Did we even ever go down? Heart attack. Yeah, we're going. Okay, so we did go up first. As part of a key. Patient report. Words. We read it before. Okay. Let's go have a quick peek upstairs again. Let's forget what was up there. We might miss something. But it's weird that we can't run. I feel like we're meant to be able to run. Also, clearly we need to move this diving cup. Part of the puzzle. Oh yeah, it's stupid painting. Very graphic painting. Beheading. Beheading where? No. Not like that. Right, so we need to go turn on the light. Who turned out the lights? Hey, who turned out the lights? Not me. Okay, this time we won't go down the side corridor where you're not meant to go. It's the mutilated body! I want to run. I really want to be able to run. Also, like, why did we get an upskirt back there? Like, the camera did a weird thing and the skirt went whoop. Do not run. What happens if I go down here before you spawn? From the other side, the morgue. So I should have come down here first the first time, rather than... Cutscene, monsters, abound. Okay, well there the camera did stupid things. Hello. Oh, it's just the same room. I wonder, we're probably meant to go to the priest from that side. And then all of a sudden the power will be back on in the priest room correctly, right?
Oh,
What? What is...
the patient?
Why
Your
are
gin?
I feel. Go to.
I...
Wait.
Thank you.
Words. Things. Thank you for the weapon. The nail
I
gun.
came here...
And then I'll also steal your
There, indeed.
crowbar
Thank you, Father.
whilst I'm at it. Where was the crowbar? I need it. There it is. A well-worn crowbar. Maybe we need to shoot the monster. Like, it seemed very difficult to attack with a crowbar. Okay, we've read that. We're not going to read it again. Crowbar! Okay, now we're fine. That's what she said. Okay, let's go! Then we need to grab that stupid piece of the generator. Put it up to 11. More nails. They've definitely, like, unashamedly stolen Silent Hill noise. Definitely. If we leave here before we get things... I'm just taking the useful map. I don't care about the other one. Go this in, set it to 11. But yeah, save points are going to be a problem. Save points are 100% going to be a problem. Natural gas. Just wanted to put it in. This is where it becomes awkward for controllers. 11. And then kaboom! You held the lighter too close to the gas! Whilst you're messing with it, boom. And that's just a blatant lie. It's like, set it to 10. No. You needed to set it to 11. Again, I want to run. Hello. Do not run. You're not allowed to run. Let's just bait this guy into the priest. Oh. Not plugged in. Ah, the tutorial. We didn't pick that back up again. No pre. Wait. I think she moved slightly faster there. She doesn't really run, though. The temptation is to run through that, but it's gonna be like, no, you're dying, you're in the darkness. Oh, ho, ho. Radioactive suits, can I steal one? I wonder, will he be basis to the other door? I doubt it. Give me Gordon Freeman's lamps. Okay. Yeah, I wonder, if I reduce the gas now, what would it do to the generator? Would it just turn it off? I really want to run. I really need to be able to run. You're just gonna kill that. I really need to be able to run, game. That would be really, really, really handy. That would be really, really, really nice to let me run and run past that. No, you must face him casually sauntering. Okay, so what's going to be different now that we've got electric? That's the problem. Even though it wasn't necessarily killing me, we couldn't get out because we were glitched on the fence. I mean, the light is on back here. But some of them were like, it's locked electronically, right? Which means now they might open those doors. I would imagine. From the other side. Was surprised. I feel like because there's things like that there, the monsters are going to break the things. The electric boxes, and they're going to cut the electric out on us at some point. Whilst we're just casually walking. Photo of a nurse standing next to a patient. He did it. We're now on page 5. We've missed page 1. Whoops, where was that? Luke Heston, evening shift. The nurse had told me the lamp was malfunctioning in the maternity ward. I turned on the lights. I could see that one of the bulbs in the wall was indeed flickering. It's getting ready to change, and a man came out of nowhere and grabbed me by the shoulders, pushing me back with strength, running madrigal for someone his age. He told me not to touch it. I didn't want to argue with him. So I simply left. I can't stop thinking about it. Why did the old man prevent me touching it? I should check it out. A flickering bulb. We need. The old man didn't want us to touch it. Normally they'd be like, touch it! Meaning something else. Is this the stiff with the weapon that they wouldn't let go? It's full of medicine, but apparently we don't get one. Yes, we are holding very tightly onto. Her chest was open in the middle of the procedure. Her heart is missing. So this is what we need the plastic heart for, to bring you back to life, I guess. Was the flickering lights? SOS? It's not SOS. I don't know what that means. The water is switched off. Is it no? We're switched off. I guess we need to go activate the water now. Water Strider! Like, that's not a death beat, that's just saying no. It's full of various medicines. Which, why would we ever need medicine? Nails. That looked more like pistol ammo box to me than nails. Guess they had to change that. The little room. There is little room in this hole. It's a save point. A 7-inch tape that can be used to record information, like my dick. I'm sorry. The game started off being adult and weird. Various mannequins are kept under these sheets. It's a big cross. There's mannequins. No save point though. Surely. Surely not. It's slowly floating towards it. What is it doing? No? Oh, that's just... doesn't fit. Of course it does. But it was floating away. I was like, what? Oh, so we can light candles. 4 candles. Hello. Cracked mirror. In we go. Yeah, nothing could go wrong. Probably a boss battle. With no actual save point, but we got the save reel. I guess you need to go back to the other bits if we actually wanted to save, right? This will be fine. And we could have made our way back to the recording place. We could still turn back at any time. You know, if we die, we just do it all again and don't get injured by the monster. Right? Now it's an Antichrist cross. Okay, so this is how we transition Silent Hill style. The mannequins are now gone. Okay, half of the floor is missing as well, apparently. Is the body in the bed... What was that? Gonna be alive. That's a monster. That's the problem. Okay, at least it lets me do things without screwing me over too much. Oh, come on. I thought he was going to spit again, so I was ready. Hey. If that's a problem, we're going to die. Okay, that dog is trash. Fuck. I knew we were almost dead. Okay, the controls in this are very awkward. They are very, very awkward. Just exit to main menu. Very awkward. They're not as good as Silent Hill. No, they're very awkward controls. Why are the controls so awkward in the... So we're gonna lose everything. And we're gonna go save. But these controls are a bit awkward. Creepy doll. There's also this electric door back here. We don't have a map yet. Of course we don't. But we can go get that save reel. Come back here. Check out that door before heading into that area. We don't necessarily need to fight that. Because we went in that. And that might not be the way to do this. Got this. So now we speed through. We've probably missed some stuff, you know. Every time we speed through, we're just going to miss an item every time. The nails. Or we've missed some nails. Aha, there they are. I knew there was some nails somewhere. That was the circle one. The hexy thing. monster. There's nothing on the body, so we're not even going to bother checking out the body. No other things. Okay, now we've got the cutscene, which it turns me around to have to face. Nothing else. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go through all this again.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't let us just skip it through. We have to mash through it.
The patient?
Why are all the...
I...
Talk again, mister.
Wait.
Thank you.
Thank you for the gun.
I came here...
And I will talk to you again just in case it means anything. You never know.
Thank you.
This... I think the lore we missed was in this room. The one page that we had before that we lost afterwards. You know, we were probably going to come back here eventually anyway, but... Here's the page one. No, maybe not. Again, it's floating over and I'm just like... I'm slowly doing its own thing. It's a tincture. Oh, sorry, morphine. It's definitely not bullets. It was probably in here, maybe. The extra page that we're missing of lore. Basement's area map. Again, I feel like run should be working. And it isn't. Page 2. Crew log. So what about page 1? There's something on top of that. On, off. Okay, 11. You basically turn almost all of them on, just one of them off, isn't it? You do, of course, need the missing thing, otherwise it doesn't quite get you there. Ah! Hydrates, it takes you there. "10 milligrams per centimeter." I mean, let me run. I dodge with this. I wonder, is this actually an offensive weapon as well? We cannot dodge with it. Hello? There we go. I was trying to bait out his attack. He was refusing. And now we just slowly walk away. Just casually, tra-la-la-la-la, sauntering along. Nothing wrong with this. Only being chased by a monster. No, that's a run. Casually sauntering along. Whilst being chased down by Edward Scissorhands. A and B. We didn't collect that one. That's for certain then. Okay, so we're not going to go in that door. Camera also has a mind of its own. Doing its own thing. Maybe I should have gone in there. People in this picture wear masks. The whole image is unsettling. There's a monster. Because we want the save reel. And I think the save reel was in there actually. So we do want to go get that. Then we carry on backwards. It's interesting. There's more to do in this realm before going to the other realm. And maybe something that we might need over there. 2 on page 5. You have a heart. Good for you. Anything else to steal? Full of various medicines, but none that we want to use because it's not an old Pega morphine. Oh yeah, we have to touch the old man's flickering light. The car! Okay. Then we can get that. I wonder, actually, that room... Is that room the one that we need to get to the safe? What could go wrong? We're not going to go in it, but we're going to light it up ready. It's a shame how you make me do that twice. Okay, so we've triggered it, but we're not going through. And, you know, maybe that advances stories in a way that you're not meant to. It might just be that I'm not going to use the crowbar for combat at all. Because it's goddamn awful. Map. Definitely missed something. Waiting room. Dentist. So we're here. It's a shame that it doesn't show you where you are. Newborn room. And then the C's the hole. So there's actually a door in there that we didn't see. See. And the pharmacy is locked. That's got an alien thing in it. We're going to go right to the ends of this corridor. See. How many pyramid heads? It's somewhere, by the sounds of it. The shadows embrace you. Do here. Oh, this is just where we began. Connected to the respirator. Respirator. Same difference. Hello. Okay, so this is all locked off. This sucks. That's the problem. Let me run. Why won't you let me run? Hello. Combat sucks. There's two of you. My god, the combat actually sucks. I'm guessing she's just going to auto-aim down, but I could not aim that at the enemy. It was like... does not aim at enemy. Oh, hello. You actually just... This is great, isn't it? Fucking wrong one. Excuse me, that was some resinous bullshit. Also, they are literally the enemies. That was some resinous bullshit. It lagged and then suddenly the enemy was in the midst of an attack. Okay. Pictures on the walls. Are they dead forever now, hopefully? He hopes. The Nightmare, painted by Henry Fuseli. It's a woman in deep sleep with demonic incubus crouched on her chest. That does not look sexy. That's not an incubus. This recreation is amazing. It almost looks like the original. It almost looks like it's defecating on her. All the original paintings are here. Okay, so we got this bit. But it needs a bit more. Doesn't fit, you say? I have a feeling it does. I have a feeling it does. Candice, do you fit in here? No. 1 out of 7 children are abused. Yikes. Right. Will this overwrite our save, or will it start a new one? Like, I want to put it... you do have different slots. No law, really. Okay. I mean, we used a lot of bullets there, sadly. I just want to be allowed to run. Oh, gives me the creeps. Indeed. I won't let me run. Running is necessary in games like this. Running is necessary. Electrical tools. They don't appear to be in good condition. Extra images of a mouth. Help. With scissors. He had scissors to say help. Bullets. Law. Don't mind me, I'll just read this behind you. As I crept cruelly behind the enemy, the clock struck 1:30 am. I saw him enter the mausoleum after placing elements of some kind of boards. He went through quietly. I followed him in the distance, so not to examine, but did not want to get caught. Above the tomb, my father sank to his knees and rested his hands on the cold sculpted marble figure of his wife. He began praying. I felt guilty following him, seeing the cold and calculating man this way moved me. I was about to leave when my father stood up and approached the angel statue. Mother's marble tomb moved slowly to the side and exposed a narrow staircase leading into the darkness. Climbing down the stairs, I hesitated for a moment, my legs not wanting to take another step. I was able to stand and follow him down. Once inside, I heard metallic sounds and the echo of running water. A few moments later, I bumped into a ladder and climbed down, found myself on a long stone tunnel covered in pipes and sewage. I saw father's silhouette turn the corner and hurriedly followed. Before me appeared a huge metallic door and a group of men wearing strange suits like they're born to protect from radioactivity. Each carried a giant hammer. Going returns. My father joined the group and they received the hammers together. Hospital beds on each side of the group carried what appeared to be bodies covered in sheets. My father put one of them disturbing suits. In my frightened stupor, I loosened a brick from the wall and smashed it against the floor with the sound of 1,000 buildings crashing down like my neighbours after midnight. I could not feel their eyes turn to me as I fled back the way it came, their guttural voices screaming to catch me whilst they hit their hammers on me. And then they vomited upon me. And I still continued looting the room. There's another heart piece which I need. The right side of the plastic heart. Bye! Run is necessary. Danger, danger, high voltage. Also, why is this only noticeable when you come into this menu? If that only heals part, that's... oh damn. Oh. Like in these games, normally you get a bit of a notification that you're in danger before you go into that menu. But in this one, it's just like, nope. Only when you actually go into the menu would it start telling you, oh, you actually are about to die now. I told you we would find something in there that we needed. I knew it. It's a hole. Not very realistic looking heart with only 2 valves that are also on opposite sides of the heart. In you go! It doesn't fit! Really? I could have sworn that's where that would go. Still doesn't fit. Because it's not a real heart. It doesn't fit. Okay, but we've turned the power onto that. Yeah. That's the other half of the crank. Okay, now, the only other thing that I can think of for the plastic heart is in the room with the save point. And that's not the way to there. It's probably not going to have the enemies back in it again, right? Because we've killed them. And they were, like, maintaining their positions, which would suggest they should stay dead. Good, okay. Like, these creepy dolls are absolutely going to come and attack us at some point, and you know it. Okay. We can't even interact with it. I think in the valves, no? Okay. But we probably need that for a puzzle in the other world, right? Maybe in the other world we can put the plastic heart in, because it's probably a plastic mannequin in the other world. And then we come back to this world and it will be a real heart. In the body. And then we can revive it. Makes sense to me. Combat is awful. So we might not even bother fighting the enemy. It's clearly patrolling the room. I wonder if other parts of the yeah, that's blocked off. Like, will that door be unlocked in the other world? There's probably rooms that we can go through, right? And other rooms to go besides just that, I would imagine. Through we go. Into the little room of the other realm. And out we come. Like, I can't imagine how they've got the combat so bad. That's one problem. Okay, extra teacher. That's a safe door. It's a baby doll. In you go. Baby heart. That's a problem. Water sluice. Okay, that's just lighting. Disco balls? What the heck? It won't budge. I need to force it somehow. With the crowbar that we already have attached? No, we can't lever it with the crowbar. I guess we need to force it from the other arm. But now, now the heart should work on the other thing. And then that will allow us into the bit that we had the other bit for. There's some lore back here we missed. Okay. Up we go! The trouble is, I suggested this to someone, and okay. It's sealed up. Look, she has a heart now. Back alive. I want that. It's a metal T handle. It's missing a socket. Now it will fit on that thing. The additional hex socket. Okay, but we don't have a way to force the doors. Like, we cannot. Was that the lady that we just revived screaming? Shocked that she's actually alive. And she was very clearly dead. Okay, so now we can open this. Okay. What was in there? I forget. We care. Of course we do. The main hall. Probably more enemies. We're not going to have anywhere near enough ammo to kill all the enemies, but because we can't run, the problem. Okay. Into the main entrance. We can't run, we can't aim properly. Take it out on this pot. Not allowed. That old chapper, there's a harp and a piano. Oh, piano. Sadly, I don't know how to play. We're not allowed to leave. We need to find the hex. Because why would you need to push the door handle or even try the door handle first? Because there's an incision that requires something to be put into it, and you don't. Of course, the door wouldn't work without that. All payphones are out of service, though. Bullet! Those. Okay, so we're in the main hall. We came in that, so that's this door. So it's going to be a different wing. We're going to maybe check out the upstairs first, because that seems like the obvious. The obvious route isn't necessarily the correct route. Well, Leon S. Kennedy is going to be in there. Actually, we're going to go down here. But we're going to get our lighter out first, because it's very dark. Shame I can't light these candles along the way. Okay, so need some titanium rods, something to turn, and a card swipe of some sort. Okay? Interesting that you'd allow me to come up here to exactly the same room we were just in, but all those wet floor signs, that's just asking for trouble. You're gonna get killed trying to come up that. It's shut tight. Don't try to come up that. That's what she said. It's locked from the other side. You know, you're gonna make the mistake of going up the wrong staircase and it's gonna get you killed. Hello, goddess statue. Nymph untying her sandals, sculpted by John Gibson. Weird that the boobs are the bit to examine. No other part of that statue. Yeah, we've got nothing that we can use to assist that. But it was like touch the statue in the lore, right? We're going to push this off. A sculpture of an angel comforting the grieving twin sister. Can't push it off. But maybe we will push that onto someone's head at some point. Not from the other side. It's an empty, pointless table. Also a weird gate. Interesting. The door that opens the meeting room. I really need to be able to run though. Not from the underneath. 1994, December 16th. Some more sailor hat or diving helmets. I really need to do really quickly. Vial of morphine treats minor injuries for minors. We are back. Hello, hello. Polymorphin. A Betamax player? An old cassette machine? Do we save on Betamax as well? Various different kinds of save points. Oh, it's a Betamax recorder. I should record. Oh, it's a transmitter. Projector, that's the correct word. And a statue that's clearly waiting to give you a hug. Oh. Hodor! There's really nothing else in here. Also, like, that bear statue on the wall and the knight kind of clipping weirdly, like they don't belong together. Like, clearly, that thing's going to attack you. Clearly. Because it doesn't belong there. Like, no one would put that bear and that thing right together like that. Oh, come on. A map of the area. Except because we don't have the portable map. God damn it. Floor to east. We are here. Sewing room with a big microphone in it. The meeting room with the cassette player. Okay, so I guess we need both and we're going to put them together. There's our actual portable map. Okay. Meeting room. So we in the main hall right now. There's a basement thing there. Or did we come out here? You said we were in here, right? Mr. Scissors on the wall! I don't think I'll go that way. Morphine in the wheelchair. Also, they've stolen the Silent Hill wheelchair thing, except they've actually turned it into enemy. We have no floppy disk to open doors. Not how floppy disks work. Oh, you are very much waiting to attack me, sir, aren't you? It almost seems alive! It's pulsating, waiting to attack you. Except we can't dash, so that's a problem. I don't know what I trust least, the statues or Mr. Deathly Scissorhands back there. Okay, well, I mean, this will clearly bring everything to life. That's a very creepy statue. The baby snogging its mother. Some lions! And then Mr. Fleshy Scissorman's on the wall. And that will definitely attack you if you try to go past it. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I wonder, are we meant to sneak past in the dark? They're probably going to attack us if we go that way, right? What could possibly go? We're just going to murder it whilst it's still on the wall. Okay. There we go. Right, now you will not kill me. Nails. We saved some ammo because that one was just attached to the wall. What is that alien mannequin doing? That noise is definitely getting closer. It's the pyramid heads. Absolutely coming closer. So. Pharmacy? I cannot tell where we are on this goddamn map. The sewing room, okay. Thank you. That's just creaks, that's not an enemy. William returns from his week-long trip today. I can see from his car window, slowly drawing closer. I was unable to go with him for I was not feeling well. What am I supposed to do now? What should I tell him? Probably nothing. Well, not really enough. It won't be necessary for me to say anything at all. Hide my face or staying silent will only postpone the inevitable. Before I have the chance to speak my words, I will stab him with the ugly truth. He will look at me and know. You lost a baby, didn't you? Rip. The doctor just left. He saves him a seat, but without the feeling of hunger, challenging. William is having additional difficulties at work. Some patients are not happy with his performance. They're even considering suing the hospital. William tells me nothing. This is gossip around the house that I hear these things. I know he doesn't want me to. Of course, this only makes me feel the distance between us more. I cannot stand the silence, and I know William does not speak to me because he does not know what to do or say. I need to get better. I must, for him. The sun enters the room in beams. I can see the dust particles floating around. Unbothered, I'll let the sun caress my face through. Some less creepy dolls. But they're also... What are going on with the legs? They're converted stools that have turned into... No, they're dressmakers. Mannequins. Making skirts. It's a recording machine, but we lack the ability to record. I never understood the appeal of abstract art. It's not that abstract, it's just twin faces merging into one. It's not that abstract. Stethoscope used to listen to a heartbeat. Probably we should use on that lady whose heart we revived, right? A reel. Again, I really need to run. Really need to be allowed to run. 64 bullets though. That's actually a lot. I mean, so we're in the sewing room. There we go. That's why it wasn't making sense, because it didn't go to the correct map. Okay, so there's the office there, children's room, penthouse, the bedroom, library. I'm going to explore a bit. We can come back and save, you know, after a bit. Before we accidentally end up in a boss. It's not from the other side. Again, I probably really need to be allowed to run here, right? Okay. I thought they were going to swipe now that the lights are on. They didn't. I appreciate that. Okay, that needs a disc, which we do not have. Again, with the lights out, we would not be able to get this guy. But now, we can just take care of him. He makes some interesting noises. As long as we don't get gated into a boss, we can always go back and save. Doesn't fit. Doesn't fit. The knocker is missing. It's missing a mighty fine pair of knockers. It's only known who the beating heart of John Gibson's creation may enter. Okay, so we need to find John Gibson's statue. It's got a beating heart. That's just the statue moving. I heard something metallic move and I was like, what is that? Come on. That was bullshit. Ha ha ha, you entered the room before you equipped your thing. This room doesn't have lights. That would have been a bullshit way to die. You must always have your light out at the ready. Okay, so that's just a way down. And it also did seem to be getting darker as we progressed. Okay, we didn't fully explore back here. We're gonna not be allowed to do that because there's a whole Ultrunning, comforting greeting sister. I don't think that's John Gibson's work. This is why it was over the boob, because it's a hard location. Where are the headphones? Do. Am I meant to knock on the door? Oh god, we need to knock up, but then we need to memorize that. So we still lack a pair of knockers. Not that the game showed us some that we weren't expecting to see at the beginning. But we need to memorize that. That's unfortunate. Where are we? In danger. Oh, come on. Again, I need to run. And you can't get out of the reload animation. That sucks. Oh, come on. I clicked dodge. I clicked dodge. Control. The combat is just atrocious. There's still another. I heard him. Okay, so we're in the chapel. Who are we marrying? Nobody. You know he's to the left. I can see you. I saw you. Hiding off camera back there. I see you. Okay, so we need some money to get some soda. Fucking trash. We were aiming at him, but you're not allowed to actually shoot him. Because that would be resin for it to actually hit him. Oh my fucking god. I kept making contact with him, but no. That would not be fair. On the enemy, if you're actually able to hit it. That'd be so unfair to the enemy if you're actually able to hit it. Tetris. Symbols above the thing. We need to Tetris. We need money. Like, this could have been so good, but they fucked it. They really did. That's missing a hand. Smashed statue of Jesus. It looked like it fell off the cross. There's not room for his head up there either. Like, even if we did pick up all the pieces. Couldn't put Jesus together again, nor Humpty Dumpty. Jesus had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Jesus together again. Okay. The archives might be somewhere, but we're going to go towards the thing. There's also, like, a microphone again. This is probably just the way to go. I really need to be able to run. Combat needs so much work. So much work. It has only just come out, but how have they got it so bad? Peanut butter, barbecue sauce, ketchup, and Steve's chili peppers that have gone very, very disgusting. It's freezing cold. So we need to freeze some at some point. Do not leave this place. Oh, you won't leave this. I'm sorry. You are wrong. Shall remain. These human bones. What the hell's going on here? They're burning people in the kitchen. It smells awful. Smells like human intestines being cooked for dinner. The warehouse. Well, I'm sure there won't be an enemy inside. Okay, well, just to be safe, we're gonna put on the light. Okay. Unfortunately, we need to find an angle that it will allow us to actually hit the enemy. Okay, it ate a bullet there. Okay, that's bullshit. But again, you can't really dodge that well. It's like you might as well just mash it. Like the controls in the combat are too awkwardly slow. And is it better to just shoot and insert the new disk to write the new keyword? We need a floppy disk. And then we actually need to type the goddamn keyword as well. Jesus has fallen is the keyword. This is the same room that the priest was in almost. Just slightly different. Nitric acid. Grow metal over time. I'm guessing we're gonna have to put that on something and then leave it? Or do we need to freeze the acid? Doors unlocked. Who's to say? Can we put it on the computer? It corroded over time. An iron door knocker shaped like hands holding onto a pair of balls. I did hear an enemy. But it sounds like it's just indistinct backgrounds. Are we in the service area? Came out the warehouse. No, so we're here. Okay, so we're by a closet. This is a closet. We really need to be able to see where we are on the maps as well. Battery charger. All we are lacking is a battery. A battery can fit here. Oh shit. Nails. Okay, so I've opened that. That's backgrounds to Jesus. Did we go in this? I don't think we did. Sounds like a safe room. You shouldn't have come here. Shotgun shells. The save room. Okay. An X-ray machine showing a heart. The figure seems familiar, like the statue. I mean, as if we hadn't already figured it out. Shouldn't have come here. We had already figured that out, though. You know, that we needed to listen to the statue. A saving slot C. Progress has been saved. Because we've got a spare one. The spare one's always good. Service area. But we're gonna have to memorize the goddamn log. It's very, very dark out, and there's enemies. Of course there are. 15th September 1971. I sit on a hill under a big leafy tree. How long was I there? I could smell the grass and hear the sound of leaves dancing in the wind just over my head. Small shapeless figures were moving side to side over my white grass. I could hear a weak voice travelling with the wind. I did not understand what it was saying. I didn't pay attention. But a snake crawled up to me, eating the grass. It gave me no time to stand up, wrapping around my feet and climbing up my leg. I tried to scream, but the snake had already sunken its fangs. Flesh. I felt the poison burning its way through me. I winced in pain and let the snake fall away, lost in the grass. The pain got stronger and stronger, and the voices were only whispers in the wind became clearer. Sounds turned into syllables, syllables into words. Pain worsened, and the sun, which was bright and warm before, became cold, surrounded by a stainless metal halo. Words turned into people who surrounded me. One was holding onto my hand. Push, Mary. Push. Oh. Okay, we are. Why is this room so much darker than all the others? Okay, there. There you are. I was going to say, we're probably going to get attacked at any moment. Again, running would be amazing. Missed some light in the corner. That's clever that you can actually light up things in the room like that. The Silent Hill chase music. Play. Late one night, Grandfather Noah came into our room. He was accompanied by two strangers wearing leather suits. They covered him entirely. They used their smelly leather hands to cover our faces to prevent us from crying out. We were left almost unable to breathe. They took us somewhere underground and put us in a strange cross-shaped metallic bed. Hands and feet were tied with metallic bands. A group of suited figures surrounded us, all of them covered in the same material holding giant hammers. In the centre of the room was Grandfather watching everything. Although he was not wearing a suit, his mere stare terrified me. He came closer and laughed. My dear granddaughter, it's time for you to fulfill your destiny. Emma couldn't stop crying. She begged him to let us go and moved to the door and ordered the suited men to get ready for the ritual. Everyone left the room except for one suited man. He walked crooked and slower than the rest. He smelled worse too. The smell of soup came to us with a small tray, tiny metal vessels. They are filled with liquids and aromatic oils. He began unbuttoning my blouse while Mother suddenly entered, and hit him with a metal bar. He fell to the floor. He rushed over to free us, but the suited man got us quickly and raised a dagger behind Mother's back. I wanted to scream out to her, but I could barely move. At this moment, a shot put him down. Another man, also wearing a suit, had shot him from the entrance of the room. He came toward us with his hand raised and took off part of the suit covering his head. It was our grandfather, Bertram. He worriedly asked Mother what she was doing down here without a suit. Said that she'd come to save us. Grandfather told us to pick up to the service and get it to the town port, where someone would be waiting on a small fishing boat. Is that it? There's just some lore in there, nothing else. Interesting. Hello. That was cheap. Pipe and attached hand. It smells like sulfur. Also, we're probably in danger. I have gathered that. That was cheap. That he was just in the entrance. Of course. I was going to say, of course it's locked. No, we can go through it. But that was cheap. That was very, very cheap. Okay, so we're back here. Service area. That was the public restroom. Stairs. It really is impossible to tell where on earth you are, right? So the east wing of floor 1. Main wall. Okay, so now we're back here. West wing of floor. I give up with these maps. I really give up. Like, so we got the knocker. We need to listen to this. One, 2, 3, 1, 1. Okay. 1, 3, 1, 1. Then, hopefully that gets us somewhere. I think it was this way. Combat needs a lot of work though, as to some of the controls. Okay, he was twitching. I was concerned he might not be dead. Right. On you go, knocker. How precise do you need me to be? How precise do you need me to be with this? I'm being too quick with that last one. How precise do you need me to? Far too precise. Only those who understand the knocking of the heart. Okay. Time to go investigate it closer and memorize it precisely. I was watching her heart move. So if we time it with her heart, that gives us a timing scale. And if this doesn't work copying that timing scale precisely, okay. Just needed to be precise. To the time of the hearts. And there's an enemy. Or not. It sounds like doggos, but it's a save room. Surely you wouldn't put enemies in a save room. Or maybe you would. Or maybe you would. Morphine. There's a typewriter. Oh, this isn't a save room. It's a misleading misnomer. It gave you a save, but the typewriter. It's not a voice recorder. Awful torch machines. Don't appear to have been used in a long time. Yeah, poking the needles in the eye. Is that on a metal mask? That's a very creepy torture machine. What's that, a butt plug expander? And some sort of drill. Like that ancient butt plug expander. That's the creepy torture device. Tragic news. I know it says tragedy news, but surely it means tragic. Twins. Yesterday afternoon, terrible events occurred in Wilderberger Mansion, more commonly known as the Wilderberger Hospital. Staff brought the disappearance of Dr. William Wilderberger's daughters, Anna and Emma Wilderberger. Police tried to interrogate Maria Morzette, children's mother, was found medically induced coma. The doctor stated that the unknown illness the woman suffering caused from coma. Dr. Wilderberger is currently away on travel. As this report has been written, crews continue to search the areas near to the mansion, as also informed as fragments of the blah 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 beach and rocky areas. Nothing on the back. The same picture. Doesn't look very tragic in that picture.
These girls are the same twins as those in the photo.
Okay, they look a lot more twins now than they did in pictures. The ones that will awaken the devil are ready to be something. Overrated?
The ones that will awaken the devil are ready for their operation.
That says to be operated, not for their operation. Also, they've got scars across their heads like Tyler has killed them.
It seems like the girls are being prepared for some kind of surgical procedure.
And they're like, what?
If I don't find them soon, something terrible might happen. The plaque says Anna
Like,
and
do you?
Emma.
Like, you are clearly the twin.
These girls are the same. The ones that it seems like. If I don't
They're
find
also
the
you,
plaque
and you
said-
don't recognize yourself. How do you not recognize yourself? Maybe they became one, which was just you. Okay, why is this camera now different? What's gonna be coming and attacking us from that direction? Big scary beast? No power, of course, there never is. That's why we need the battery charger. Now we just need to find a battery. Will they hurt the monster? Probably not, right? They probably won't hurt the monster. Which... Why can't it just be on the map that we're on? Library, okay. So we're going down the dining hall hallway afterwards. I don't know. There's a restroom. Or is it this? We've been to the stone room. Okay, so we've come through the library. We're heading out this way. So we want to go in on the first door on the right. Which means we're probably going to have to kill the beast. We've only got part of a shot. We're going to kill it. It's in the way. And the camera's not going to be nice to me, is it? Right. Just going to go in here then. Because the camera's not nice right now. Maybe he'll reset, maybe he'll be too close, I don't know. Broken vase restored opens the door. Plastic trays. Hello, father. Just casually eating soup in here. With a monster outside. Convenient. Tell me the secrets. What are you doing? This doesn't frighten you? Don't care. What have you done to my eye? No, it was you. How about now? You're scared now? No, I'm just gonna casually eat your soup. There's nothing else. Really? Okay, Father. Hello.
We meet again.
We do.
Father, what are you doing here?
Don't you see, child? I am eating some soup.
Casually
God feeds
eating
my
soup.
spirit, but I have to take care of my body. Oh my, what is this doing in my soup? Get rid of this thing, would you?
What's in your soup? A fly?
I found some information about the twins. I think
Oh,
someone
nothing.
needs to perform surgery on them.
I see. There is an operating room on the West Wing. Who would do such a thing?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
A nut. Someone nutted in your soup. Sorry, it's a bolt. It's not the nut, it's the bolt. I'm sorry. Partial thread made out of steel.
You said that operating room is on the west.
That's right, the operating room is on. But to get there, you will need to restore the power to the electric.
I'll see what I can.
God be.
So, there's different powers that we have to restore in different areas of the building. Okay, we're not allowed in that room. Back. The clock had no fingers either. Noticed on the way out. And I just casually... Did that even hit you? God damn it. Again, you might as well just mash attack. Okay, it dies good. There's a headless statue. There's probably nothing else in here for us, but he was in the way and we can't run because for some reason the run control doesn't exist. Even though it's supposed to. They really need to fix all the broken controls. And the combat. Like, the weird delay in the combat would just be amazing if it didn't exist. Broken pots. Oh, that's just nails. There was something about broken pot. Okay, we can't walk over the broken floorboards. That's literally just the other side of where we were before. It's a very tiny PP you've got there, sir. You're pointing the way. He clearly wants something in his hand. Opens the shortcut back down. Please take your turn. It doesn't dispense. More bullets. It very clearly wanted it to be a gun. Like, it's literally pistol bullet. Geographic Explorer. West Wing, second floor, fuse is blown again. I've run out of spares. This thing's giving me a headache. All it needs to do is pass electricity to me. Sure can find something conductive in the meantime, like a big metal thing. Oh, come on. It's a big metal conductive thing. It would work. How about the most stupid idea ever? Let's put a shotgun shell in between as a fuse and make it explode. A big bolt, you say. Usain bolts. Because that's not dangerous and stupid. Using the bolt. Okay, it's probably going to blow and lock us in, right? It's probably going to blow out the entire electrics of the whole building, more than likely, actually. Map. And some... It says nails on it, but it's very clearly bullet. Okay, so this is actually where we are. West Wing Corridor. And enemies, of course there are. cameras are actually garbage. Just patrolling, huh, sir? Not gonna let us pass at all. Again, it'd be great if I could use the run. But the run doesn't work. Again, that dodge is trash. The trash is slower than just shooting it. It's slower than just shooting it. And then we just use all the heals because the controls are awful. Oh my god, the delay in when you can actually use that attack is garbage. Takes too long to be able to swing again. And then you can't dodge in the meantime either. Post office. Okay, there's a lift. With a wheelchair in it. And I'll smell empty from the bottom. Interesting that you can't actually use the lift to go down a floor. Guess we need more bolts. So that was the lift moving then, with the sounds. Squidgy squidgy. Why does it keep sounding as though the lift is doing something? Helps if it's on the right map. So that's the intensive care corridor. I'm going to try 2E first, and then we'll go in the intensive care. I don't know why some rooms are green and some are not. It says P office though. That doesn't seem to be what it was. 2E or not 2E? That is the question. Nothing here useful. Then why have it as a thing? First aid kit. Shoots me hearing. Because words definitely came out correctly. It's a save room. DOSCON reported that no matter how many times you pressed the button to call the elevator, it didn't work, but it did for me. When I checked on it, I realised that someone had left an object blocking the elevator door, stopping them from closing completely. Buttons to call the elevator from the basement on the first floor aren't working. Elevator can only be called from the second floor. But there's a chair in the way. Not plugged in. What is the point? What is the point of view, sir? Well, these computers that are not plugged in. Like, there's nothing in the way. The door. Like, the door clearly opens and shuts. Again, it starts on the wrong one. That's the West Wing hallway. Disinfecting room, anesthesia. There's a lot of things, right? So we wanted to go to the operating room, right? So I'm going to go the opposite. I equals 1. Won't budge. There are symbols above the keyhole. I'm not allowed to go that way. Can't open it. Okay, so we need to find... No, we don't need to find a bolt. We need to take the elevator up with the existing bolt that we have. But there's nothing in the way of this. Aha. So now that we've pushed the button down, I guess we circle back round and then come back up to get the bolts. That's what's in there. Are you having fun rocking the hostess trolley? You having fun with that? You enjoying that? Okay, it was clearly glistening as though there's meant to be something on it. Okay, so now that that's out of the way... I don't know why we wouldn't have been able to move it from before. We should be able to loop backgrounds and get the thing. Except, which way is the way? Okay, so that's clearly not at all. The elevator actually did sound like it was shutting. So maybe it did. Okay, and we opened up the shortcut, so this should be fine. Just come up here, go across, get the nut and go back down and come back out and go in the other bit. All do we need to do? What could go wrong? He says. What could possibly go wrong with it? I wonder if you don't turn it off and you try to take the nut, will it kill you? Like, you're dumb, you didn't turn off the electric, and you try to remove what is not a fuse, and has clearly got thousands of voltages of power going through it, and you die it. I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them to kill you like that. Then we could probably go to the basement after. And it might work. We still don't know what we're doing with that door. Okay. Now, is the lift still going to be here? That part I didn't consider. Like, why is it glowing? Why is it glistening? That's a problem. Oh, I'm dumb. We were meant to block the door with it so that it wouldn't. You know? Blocking the door. And I was like, why? It's not blocked. We need to block it so that the door doesn't close. So that it stays there. That's why that hostess troll is there. It's not like it was already in the way. Can we push the pram? Be like, rock the pram! Again, I would love to be able to run when we need to move quickly between these areas, but they forgot to code the run button in. On controller or on the keyboards. Let's do that again. We messed up. Okay, in we go. Convenient the priest had a nut in his soup after heating it up. Or whatever. You know, he cooked his soup and then it's like, oh, this was in my soup, what's this doing here? Round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Then we've got open and closed door. We haven't got a basement button. It suggested the lift goes down to the basement. It does not. Okay. That lift's going nowhere. That lift is going nowhere. Tell you. No sounds of the lift shutting. Now will we get ambushed by some sort of jump scare. Now we've done the puzzle correctly. Something's going to come out and get us, right? The map, again, very reminiscent of Resident Evil 2. Off you turn. Take the bolt. Right. To the lift! Probably going to be in the lift room, if anything, right? Slowly sauntering because run doesn't work. Or Bum, 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 bum. We're just gonna keep the nail gun out. Because combat doesn't work as well as it should. There's not enough heals either. We're not gonna make it through this game like this. Because we shouldn't be taking this much damage. For one. But a little poorly coded. Is it gonna shut on me? Fuck. Let's just make sure it doesn't shut on us. Right, now there's enough room. Up we go. That's dirty that they made there be no button there. It's like... You didn't quite figure that part out. No ambush. Interesting. Okay, we've got a spare save, and this is a save room. So I'm going to take the opportunity to save. I'm going to save over slot 3. If they improved the combat and stuff, I might go back to slot 1 where we hadn't taken damage and stupid things.
With nightmarish creatures. I need to be strong. I can't quit now. I've discovered that a surgical procedure is to be performed on 2 twin girls. I hope I can get to the operating room in time. There's something dark going on. Something grim.
I kind of get the feeling that you're very, very late, considering it was done in a painting and, like... they had time to paint them after they were prepped for surgery and then write all this lore about them. I don't think you're going to get to save them in time somehow after this has long ago been done. I don't know what tells me that you won't make it to stop the surgery in time. But, I really don't think you're getting there in time. Okay, so now we've opened both doors, apparently. Hello. That's a new type of enemy. They're also going to... Oh, come on. This is the worst when you... Like, you walked into a room, but you didn't have your torch out. Okay, well, we cannot fight in here, actually. So, now we can. Just have to come and turn the lights on first before you can fight. So that's all the way back out here. But is this door now open for us? That's the question. Can I just... Yes, okay. So we never have to transfer the bolts. And now that we have kind of lit up that room a bit, we might be able to do something in there. But I think we went completely the wrong direction. Again, it's on the wrong map. We went out into the dressing room and then out. We don't want to go to the disinfectant. We want to go to the operating room. But are we going to have to go through the anesthesia room first? There's only one way to find out. That's to fight through a bunch of enemies. It's interesting that that still keeps going on whilst we're busy reading the newspaper. Thank you for allowing us to interview Director Bertram Alderberg. You're aware that this is a particularly delicate time for you, the people of Winterlake. Do you have any information about how the fire began? Someone running around with a lighter somehow did it. Experts are working hard to find the answer. Unfortunately, we're still waiting to discover the cause. All that happens in the hospital is completely lost. The director of the hospital, and as someone grateful for everything life's given me, I'm currently working on accommodation the hospital needs within my mansion. This is, of course, will be terrible. At least until we manage to construct a new hospital building. I've also spoken to the kind donators who will be providing equipment and furniture. How generous of you. I'm merely God's servant. exist to do his will. Of course, until you press this, you don't know you're actually in danger, right? That's the last of our heals. Just casually walking to the operating room, because we cannot run. Shotgun part. A pipe with attached ammo. It smells like sulfur. That light switch comes to us. Okay, a shotgun made from modified items. Sure. Totally a shotgun. Also, it kind of needs a gas canister to propel through the weird paprika pipe, right? Like, this is not going to work as it is. That's a stapler. That's an industrial stapler. That's a bit of pipe. And that's a bit of pipe. But it needs a gas canister back here, at the very least, to work. So, is it even loaded? How many things does it hold? One. It holds one bullet at a time. That's the equivalent of Pyramid Head, I guess. Man in radioactive suit just walking around body in circles. Hello, priest. What are you doing? Just casually creeping on this guy. I was too busy watching him, and then I see you just witnessing this ritual. That's not the twins. Hello. What are you doing in here, creepo?
Father, what's going on here? Why is that weird man walking around the operating table with that weird chandelier in his hands?
And why are we going to have to fight him?
What are you talking about, child? I don't see anything.
You don't see the man on the other side of the glass?
My child, this place is giving you hallucinations. You must rest.
I don't know what's real or what is a product of my imagination, Father.
Let me tell you a story. Hundreds of years ago, this island was inhabited by a tribe. One night, the moon could not be seen in the night sky, and the world was plunged into darkness. The shaman of the tribe, those with special blood, danced
like this
around
guy.
their dead.
That's not a dance,
their
though, is
bodies
it?
to rise and walk the earth once more.
He's just walking around. And he glitched a bit. That was
sounds
weird.
Terrifying.
Such a dance. Walks around it in circles. I can dance. I walk around you in circles. No, that would creep anyone out if you started circling them on the dance floor. That's not dancing. I'm dancing with you. I'm just walking around you in a circle with a lamp. I forgot there's an enemy there. How did that not hit me? I thank that it didn't, but that should have absolutely hit me, right? And he's clearly in the other world. He's not going to be existing in this one. Let's go through to the marine. To see him. That will restore power. Shotgun shells. And why are we going to face the boss? This is the blood of the chosen twins. And they just happened to spell that out for us, because in case we didn't know. This is the blood of the chosen twins. Yes. And this is the remnants of them. Why did someone feel the need to tell us, aha, this is their blood? This is the window. Well, hello, priests. Why can't I see you anymore? He decided to go away. Oh, convenient. But he's not being danced around anymore. Doesn't even look human anymore. No. Why are they doing this? Who is doing it? The nails, it goes in a nail gun. Not a nailer. Inhaler? Nailer? That just to be a jump scare, like you come down and then there's, oh, there's a big thing in your face. Why do we want to turn the power on? Doesn't do anything different with the power off. Nothing different in there. Normally we were wanting to restore the power. That's got lighting at least. This body was badly burnt. Tales. Tismeric legends abound the magical blood that courses through the veins of the twins, allowing them to communicate with each other by thought alone. Some even claim the brothers and sisters could appear next to each other in seconds across incredible distances. Not surprising that the first explorers to arrive on the island called such gifted younglings witch children. Unfortunately, this seldom survived 10 or even 11 summers since chosen for the sacrifice. However, most striking tale is that the nights no moon was in the sky, it's nights that the little twins would be sacrificed. Children would dance, torch in hand, around the tribe's deceased, whilst the remaining tribesmen extinguished their torches. With this ritual, the dead would walk the earth again, at least for one night. The Day of the Dead. Except not. West Wing Hallway. Surely we needed to turn the light off for some reason. Okay, so that's just the other side of the same room that we were in, but behind that guy. So we might not actually need to fight him. We've turned the power off, so we can't get back. Microscopes and various medical instruments. Shotgun shit. Tincture. Like, we are people too. The personnel was respect. Why does he look so sad, the doctor? Of course the doctors are people too. I really need to run. I really need to be able to run. No, being able to run would be amazing. Okay, there's nothing in that locker. I had to look. This is the room that we were in before. Okay, so what's going to be different now that we've turned the power off? Where on earth could we possibly need to go? That's the wrong floor. They've been in all of that. That's locked off to us with some sort of puzzle. There's been all of that. The recording thing means save point. I don't know if we went back here. Impossible to tell. Like, these maps don't update with where you've been, what's locked, what's closed off. Which is handy in Silent Hill. But not allowed in this. I think we haven't been in the shower room. Been back here. But we need a tape. I have absolutely no idea where we're meant to go now. Hello, Gawain. The Resident Evil vibes are definitely there. Yes, indeed. I mean, it's heavily inspired by Resident Evil and Silent Hill. And clearly the map is very Resident Evil 2. Like, very similar. But now that we've turned the power off, I have no idea where to go. I have absolutely zero clue now why we needed to go turn that power off. It's locked from the other side. Can't go through there. Got tight, but we have a puzzle. We've still got this acid, and we've still got a lock. And I haven't used them on anything. We can't light these candles, but some candles we can. I don't know why we can't light those ones in particular. The combat is atrocious. Sadly. This is on Green Man Gaming as well, by the way. How are you finding the game so far? It's okay. For some reason it starts with a ridiculous scene of her naked for some reason. It's like completely unnecessary. And then the combat's atrocious and like impossible to control. You can't run even though there is a run button, but it just doesn't work. And like half the time moving is very awkward. And then there's a even worse control with the D-pad that is literally impossible tank controls, which is even worse than the absolute control. But I guess, you know, if you swap in between scene transitions, but then she walks even slower. Like she saunters, but that's without holding the run button. Then the run button doesn't let you run. So, you know, there's a lot of things that need fixing, in my opinion. A lot of work it needs to do, for certain. Have we been in here? Hello, enemy. We have, and I don't think there was anything else for us. And now I'm completely lost as to where to go after turning that power off. That seems to have done nothing. I don't know what we're actually supposed to do from here. So that's the problem. And like the combat's just atrocious because it's slow and delayed in doing anything. You can't dodge when you need to dodge, it's far too slow. And you end up getting hit and losing a lot of health needlessly. So, you know, if a lot of these things were tightened up and fixed, it could be okay, but there's serious issues. It has only just come out like a couple of days ago, so, you know, they might patch some of these things to make them better. Okay. Do we have anything that can get through? I wonder. Burning it? Nothing happens. Okay. It suggested the acid was for metal, but maybe it'll work on rope. No, okay. So I guess I need to find a knife to get into. Like, the medikit's not going to work. I don't know how much you've seen. What do you think of it so far? What are your impressions from what you've seen? Okay. Oh, that's not the beginning. I was going to say we're back at the beginning of the game, but this is not the right public restroom. It's an actual toilet, not a creepy one, with a bath in it. Oh, this is this room. Okay. We're slowly running backwards in circles because I have no idea where to go now. You shouldn't have come here. This is the wrong way. We're probably going to die. Yeah, I might call it day soon because like, things need fixing. Things need fixing, and I have no clue what to do now. Not sin much, but the Resident Evil is too strong. Maybe even too strong. True, they've definitely very obviously done some things, and it's like a lot of the sounds as well are very clearly wholesale taken from Silent Hill. Very, very clearly wholesale taken from Silent Hill. So we got some steps down here. Where was this? Ah, we need a battery. We still haven't found the battery. That's the battery charger. And there's a lot of creepy noises that you hear that aren't necessarily enemies. Yeah, the controls are not remotely what you would think. Not remotely like the original. And we need a floppy disk. Thankfully the enemies stay dead when you kill them, but again, I'm trying to save resources, but maybe that's just stupid, because there's no run button right. It's given us a lot of ammo. So, you know, we might be able to just kill everything. And it might be better. That's been left to pile up. Card remains. freezer. But again, we have nothing to freeze. Now I'm just running backwards through everything we've already done, hoping something has changed differently. The broken Jesus, which I'm sure has some meaning, but I don't know what. That's a pot, and I feel like we need to break a pot somewhere. I'm super lost now. I have no idea from this point. It's not giving me a direction to go at all. There must be something else to do up there, right? The only thing that makes sense. It's got to still be up here. I'm going to see if we can go through the door that we opened previously. Or if it has been shut off with the electric. Because the lighting still seems to be on. Oh, the door seems to work. Okay. That's convenient. Killed that guy. Then what did turning the power off do? What did turning the power off do for us? Well, so he was camping the priest there. Like, what is the point in that? There's still part of the room that we had previously got, I think. Okay, let's turn the power off and go check out that corner. Maybe there's something in there without the power. Nope. I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. And then the other room just... Hello. Thank you. Coming through. He didn't seem to want to attack us there. Because that's the room that we were in, but now they've turned the light out. Maybe I need to extinguish my light.
Hundreds of years ago, the shaman...
That sounds...
Or am I meant to run round the body in circles? Maybe I'm meant to run around the body in circles. If you hit me. How dare you? Like, it doesn't want me sitting in the dark. But... We're holding a torch. Yeah. Come back to life. Oh, he is goddamn coming back to life. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well that's a cleverish puzzle, I guess. But he came back to life just for us to murder him. And then the Silent Hill enemy music comes on. Oh my fucking god, I hate the combat. You cannot dodge. Slow controls. Okay. Why am I even trying to use this? And then you can't actually run. I'm just gonna cheese the reloads. You know, who needs reload animations when you can do it in your thing? Get up. Okay. The door that was not locked has just unlocked. Convenience. The door that was already open has unlocked for us. But now we've got a scalpel, which we can use to cut that rope. But, I mean, that door was never locked. We went through it and we did circles. I'll take us to the anesthesia room. I'm just going to go back the easy way, honestly. I'm going to go this way, because it's easier. But that door was never locked. Maybe it was meant to be. I'd love to run, but you don't let me run. I'm just going to casually saunter past and hope that I don't get killed, because we're out of heals. Because the combat is terrible. Casually walk slowly. Okay, so I remember where it is. The rope. We're gonna save. I just fought an awful boss. Okay, well this is our last save. Then we're gonna go cut the rope. 19. 1 out of 30. Okay. Is that percentage on the 19?
I don't know what just happened.
We fought a boss
There was a
that we
dead
brought back to
creature
life.
lying on an operating table. It had blades for hands. After circling the body 3 times, it rose and tried to kill me. I found an old scalpel. The priest told me it would have been used in the basement morgue.
No, he didn't.
I should find some leads about the girls there.
The priest told me that this knife... No, we never spoke to the priest about the knife. The save reel. Convenient. I'm guessing we were supposed to go back and talk to the priest. Or he was waiting for us in the other side, and because I went out a completely different direction. We don't need that. The knocker on the banister. The balustrade actually made me jump. I can't believe that. Why did that make me? Of all things. Nothing in this game has made me jump. Jump scare balustrade in your face. Okay. That's just a statue. I wanna run. Wanna run. We're not allowed because they didn't program it right. Okay. So we can get to where the rope was that I'm guessing we're going to cut with this knife. Not a sharp enough knife. I'm going to go to the basement. This kind of leads to the basement. But we don't have heals, so she's just going to walk like she toilet for a time. Okay, thankfully it's not too dark. Right. Cut it. I'm also going to put my lights on. It's clearly going to be dark down there, right? Boiler room. Because this game will kill us if we go into the dark. Okay. Yeah, 100% it's dark, of course it is. Fridge doesn't seem to be operational. Enemies, of course there are. Shotgun shells. Someone's living here with a TV. An old CRT TV. But it's COVID times to wear your face mask. And clocks without fingers. At least now that we've lit the lights, we can maybe do combat without dying. Where this... Hello. Do I actually have to fight you? Because I'm well in the darkness now. I know I haven't gone towards the candle. I cannot run. What is this? Ah, it's overhaul. Damn it. That's a lever, but we can't pull it. Hello. Okay, that's just dirty. And now we're dead. That's just dirty. Putting that right next to the light and then it kills you immediately. You know. Well, that's what I'm going to call it a day, because, again, a lot of things need work. I'll be back on Wednesday, so have a good week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, 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 bye.